Thank you for taking the time to find out more about pests in your home. In this video, you'll discover how to prevent the daily hazards of calling pests. This video will also develop awareness so that you can choose a program best suited for you and your home. Of course, pests differ from climate to climate and season to season, but today we're going to talk about the most common household pests. First, we'll start with cockroaches, one of the most disgusting pests to say the least. Did you know that it only takes a crevice, the width of a dime, for a cockroach to invade your home? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wrapped 3 paper towels around your hand to pick up a cockroach, whether it's dead or alive? Well, you're certainly not alone. Although there are a variety of cockroaches, today we'll tell you about the 3 most common cockroaches. Let's start with the German cockroach. The German cockroach is brown in color and has a tendency to hide. In fact, for every cockroach you see, there are approximately 20 in hiding. The German cockroach is attracted to food. That's why it's common to see them in cupboards, food bins, even in open food containers such as cereal boxes. When the German cockroach eats your food, it regurgitates the food in order to properly digest it, leaving its regurgitated waste in the food areas. They also leave behind feces when eating. That's just 2 of the many disgusting reasons why you never want to see a German cockroach in your home. In addition, the German cockroach lays an egg sac containing 15 to 30 baby roaches. These baby roaches are ready to reproduce in as early as 2 weeks to a month after birth. There's also the American cockroach. The American cockroach is larger than the German cockroach, although its characteristics are very similar. The American cockroach and the German cockroach have been shown in laboratory tests to carry contaminating diseases spread by food since they are attracted to food, salmonella poisoning being one of them. They have also been shown to spread numerous types of bacteria that are linked to serious intestinal disease, diarrhea, intestinal food poisoning, and many types of allergens. The phrase cockroach asthma has been used to describe instances of bronchial problems by the inhalation of cockroach extracts according to the Handbook of Pest Control. Other allergens are from the molting that takes place with cockroaches. Have you ever seen a shell of a cockroach or what appears to only be a part of a cockroach? There's a good chance you saw the exoskeleton. This is an example of the oriental cockroach shedding its exoskeleton and leaving behind its empty shell. This is called molting. This molted exoskeleton breaks down into dust. These are some of the hazards this creates. The exoskeleton can contain bacteria that can spread health risks. In addition, the exoskeleton breaks down into dust and can cause respiratory problems when inhaling this dust. This dust also creates allergic reactions as well. Realize newer homes are at higher risk because of the airtight windows. This reduces ventilation in the home. There are many other pests besides the cockroach which increase the hazard of indoor air pollution. There's another popular pest to most of our homes, which seems to be more of an outdoor problem, gradually working its way in. One of these pests are ants. Have you ever bought an over-the-counter ant and roach spray to kill ants? This is one of the worst things you can do. The reason this is true is because the ants send a signal to the underground colony. This results in the spreading of new satellite colonies. Instead of having one anthill in the outside of your home, you can ultimately have numerous anthills. Never spray these over-the-counter insecticides on ants. These over-the-counter sprays don't work too well on other types of pests either to permanently get rid of the problem. You've probably noticed this through experience of using these over-the-counter sprays. Many of these sprays kill the insects they're in contact with, but leave the remaining pests untouched. They can become worthless when they dry. These sprays attack the nervous system of the insect when it's wet. Once it dries, the effectiveness can be gone, depending on what product you use. The truth is, it's virtually impossible to get rid of the pest problem this way, and you can possibly make the problem worse. Again, never spray over-the-counter insecticides on anthills. Many people believe the flea is similar to a fly, but as you can see, they are quite different. If you have pets, you might not be aware of it, but your pet could have fleas. Fleas are tiny insects that are so small and so fast, you might actually see one without noticing. It appears as a small speck. When you look more closely, that little speck will disappear. That little speck may very well have been a flea. Fleas lay egg capsules on your pet. Once these egg capsules infest your pet brings these fleas inside, and these fleas begin to lay their egg capsules in carpeting, bedding, and other areas within your home. Fleas feed on blood and are responsible for spreading contagious epidemics. Here's a few other interesting facts about fleas. Many people believe fleas have wings, but they don't. They actually jump with their strong legs. These legs are so strong, they can jump from one infected animal to another, even if your pet doesn't come into physical contact with another animal. And that's all it takes to begin the infestation with your pet and throughout your home. Flea shampoos are a good start. However, if your home is already infested with fleas, the flea shampoo won't do any good. Over-the-counter foggers for fleas are also virtually ineffective. The reason why they don't work is the fog will only cover a small area. The fleas outside of that area continue to live, and the egg capsules continue to hatch. The flea problem will still thrive. Ask our pest control technician about safe solutions for flea removal and active prevention as well. Now let's talk about winter pests. The pests I'm about to talk about can infest your home in the winter, but aren't necessarily winter pests only. They can infest your home even on a hot summer day, so you need to be very careful. Let's begin with spiders. Although people are very frightened of spiders, most will not hurt you. There are only a few exceptions. The black widow is one of these exceptions. The black widow has a distinctive red-colored hourglass marking on its underside. Black widows are rarely fatal, but being bitten by one is highly dangerous. They produce severe muscular pain if you're bitten. People who have been bitten by black widows describe it as an all-over muscle cramp, similar to a Charlie horse. In many cases, people can be bedridden for days, and the antitoxin can only be given once in a lifetime. Black widows can be prevented with regular pest control service. Boxing shoes and placing them on a shelf is a great way to prevent being bitten, since black widows can hide inside the shoe. The brown recluse is another potentially dangerous spider. It's brown in color and has fiddle markings on its backside. That's why most people call it the fiddleback spider. Their venom is cytotoxic. This causes human tissue death. In other words, it's like an ulcerated sore. Get medical attention immediately if you believe you've been bitten by a brown recluse. After being bitten within 12 to 24 hours, systemic reaction may occur with fever, stomach cramps, nausea, and vomiting. The venom usually kills the affected tissue and causes skin loss and death of the underlying tissue. This may require cosmetic surgery. There are two other spiders with similar bites that are cytotoxic but not as severe: the aggressive house spider and the yellow sac spider. There are also rodents which can be predominantly winter pests. Rodents cause many threats with contagious diseases such as rabies and bubonic plague. Cases of the hantavirus, which is spread through the droppings of a deer mouse, can also be a potential hazard and can be fatal. Ask our technician if your home is in an area of risk. Realize a pair of mice can multiply by the 10s and 20s and possibly more in a few short months. If you've seen a sign of a rodent in your home, call us immediately so that we can take care of it. Last but not least, wood-destroying pests. Since most wood-destroying pests are hard to find, we highly recommend an annual termite and wood-destroying insect inspection. Since they remain hidden and are very destructive, it's crucial to protect your home and wooded areas around the home with an annual inspection. Ask about these inspections as a part of our programs. There are also numerous other pests we prevent from infestation and manage throughout the year. The best solution is to have your home on a regular treatment schedule. If you have questions about particular pests that have not been featured in this video, ask us. We'll answer your questions and include this in your pest control prescription. Our company uses certified technicians and is dedicated to complete pest management. We have also dedicated our company to educating you, the consumer, so that you know exactly how to prevent the hazards of unwanted pests in your home. As you know, integrated service and prevention is the safest measure. Thanks for watching this video. Now our technician will talk to you about the different options particular to your needs. We will also go over your pest control audit and prescription. We're looking forward to becoming your friend and becoming your pest control company. Thanks for choosing us.